Started with our Community Builders Award segment. Right?
Yeah.
Are you ready to?
Welcome, everybody. I'm Isaac Sievers, the superintendent of Lebanon City Schools, and we're happy that you're here this evening. We've started moving these community builder events to the beginning of the board meeting. Nice things on the same night to start the thing is celebratory. It gives us the opportunity, the fact that it's streamed, later you have a record of it. And so we think it's a for us and a way for us to show some appreciation. Community program started ago calling student and staff of the quarter, and the quarter 5 years we've transitioned community builders of our district mission of building community. What does it look like to build basis out of our classrooms, our buildings, and in the community? And we want to when we have the opportunity. In Lebanon City Schools, we have 150 between coaches, full-time employees, and tonight we're going to recognize 8 staff members who we believe are and so an event where we will come to the podium. We're going to ask the staff members. We're going to introduce you. Want to stand beside the at the podium. At the end, come across, you get one of these nice. This is a yard sign. You're supposed to put it in your yard, even if you live in an HOA that says don't put yard signs in your yard. Okay, make you take, and then be able to share pride on this evening. Opportunity for us to celebrate in Lebanon City Schools, and there are great things happening. Here, I also want to say thanks to Wits Frozen, Mike and his answer this. Have the opportunity to continue to recognize staff, and so thanks to Mike and Wits. And without board members, we're going to go and work. Yes, please come. The metal state, take those until the end.
To start, if I could have Robin Magnus and Anna Frank. Robin and Anna spearhead of the initiative at both schools, encouraging students to take tech-free of the district's efforts. Robin and Anna demonstrate their students by promoting balance, action, genuine dedication, developing health that extend far beyond the classroom. Your Butch Ferreira and Laura Michaels. Congratulations.
So far.
Next is Yamika. Community by investing in both students and staff. She takes to get to know the students, learning their and behavior plan effective. For is a trusted sounding board who willingly offers feedback, encouragement, and guidance. Her grounded presence reflects professional. She consistently proactive strategies to support students with behavior challenges, showing her commitment to helping them grow to rise. Her willingness to serve and collaborate, an invaluable part and a true community builder. And your award is by Carissa Womack, Cassidy Woodkey, Donovan staff.
Good evening, everybody. I'd like to invite TJ Collins to come up. TJ Collins, Dean of Students at Berry, has become a highly supportive presence in the cafeteria community through by name and engaging them care for their. He also at their school and choosing his calm signal, famous announced Apple Pizza, unifying maintain a positive environment. School day, TJ in a sense regularly attends for current and consistent presence and dedicated both students and TJ examines what it means to a community builder. Submitted Kelly Shoemaker Collins. Congratulations. David Alvarez and Master Sergeant, please. David Alvarez, Sergeant Ryan Eads are community builders for the Lebanon High School's Air Force Junior Reserve Officers Training Corps program. There is far beyond instruction, go into capable, community-minded young adults, students in developing purpose and a commitment to the growth seen that they've created. Students to become better learners and better accepting each are Colonel Sergeant Eads High School lasting impact. And this is by the Lebanon High School Administration.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I've done that too.
On behalf of Jennifer, transferred from the Child Nutrition Department and has become a valuable. Every situation that she dealt with, she approaches with a positive outlook and her voice beyond to create a selfless person going constantly. Everyone feel appreciated. She sends cards to thank, encourage. People know a huge on the department and is blessed by her presence. This was from Lori Robertson.
Howdy show.
I'm not going to start till you show your certificate to everybody. So there we go. Perfect. Mrs. Jessica Howdy-Shell is a Lebanon High School health and girls physical education, but her impact extends to the classroom. Model for young women, building relationships that support well-being, school life, squad program, students with tools to support through challenges, providing around mental health and community for leads with care, brings people, students feel support. Presented by Alex Brunk, Wood Assistant Principal.
Go ahead and mix something up before we get to group photo, and I think you guys will understand why in a second. Every once in a while, as a superintendent, I get the opportunity a week ago out to him, somebody from our community. The Ohio legislature enacted Ohio Revised Code 18.616 that offers individuals who are unable to finish their high school diploma serving in the military. And tonight, sir, you're here for a reason. We're excited this evening to offer a diploma to Mr. John Robert Sr. So please come forward. John and Mark, who and his wife, nice to meet you, and his family. This is what we received from them, and take a moment to appreciation for you. Thank you for your service to our country. We were informed that 86 years young, as a retired Lebanon now, is an Army veteran who the Vietnam War. One was honorably discharged, left high school so he could get a job and help siblings. And on behalf of the Warren County Veterans Services, they've been working, and we're excited on behalf of Lebanon City School at 11 for your service. Just right there in the middle. Open there, and you can slide in behind him.
Well done.
I just wanted to thank,
If you wouldn't mind. Be caught on the live stream.
County Veteran Services. They were amazing in this. Obviously, the City of Lebanon School to very beneficial. So very much.
So if you are one Community Builder recipients tonight. I'm asking that, TJ, if you can do me a favor, if you can carry your sign with you. For everybody else, leave them. And we'd like to get one group photo, the recipients this evening, members. You may not have to hold it yourself. We might be able to, couple rows. There you go. Surprise.
Jennifer, or Karen, do we have to change the agenda now? Good evening. The time is 6:02, and I would like to call the regular meeting of the Lebanon City Schools Board of Education to order. If you can, and join me, pledge, please.
To the flag, States of America, republic for which one nation,
Indivisible. For all.
They're going to come back in. Mrs. Irvin, hold please.
Mr. McCutcheon?
Here.
Mr. Lane?
Here.
Mrs. Dalton?
Here.
And our students are, if you guys could go to the microphone, your rank, what school, what your plans are for Christmas, and what you're getting me for Christmas this year.
Hi, I'm Pizza. This is my junior break. I'm hoping to do time and not waste it all. And for your Christmas present, I would give you a lot of respect for what you do.
Thank you.
I am a staff sergeant. I plan on spending all the family this Christmas and do 100 Blackborn.
Yeah.
This is my junior year. Practice drill and get ready for the unit inspection. And what I get you for tie.
Okay. All for speaking, and you guys can start serving detention, I think, tomorrow, the rest of the week. All very much.
Should be in here.
Everywhere.
Have a good holiday break.
They're everywhere. Okay, agenda section 5. I'm looking for a motion to adopt tonight's agenda.
So moved.
Your second.
Mr. Gliotti?
Yes.
Mr. Lane?
Yes.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Section 6. Other educational, I need a motion to approve the diploma for
So moved.
Ms.
yes.
Yes.
Mr. Gliotti?
Yes.
Second, communication. Have a public. Oh, you're just one. Oh, it's intended. Nice. Member update.
All right. Our biggest event is our national honor inductions. In the week before, 76 new students. Which is one of, if not our biggest senior induction. A lot of juniors. And we had 13 seniors, 3 juniors. If you were at the induction ceremony, it was long. I think it went pretty well. For second year member, at least 2 new members. A lot of practice, rehearsal, and a lot of communication. I'm lucky enough I'm on the officer team, so I got to see how behind the scenes, and Mr. Richardson put a lot of work into making sure their hair on fire or tripped up the stage. So, pretty successful. Our special guest speaker, it was very entertaining speaker. That was, you were chosen for NHS office meeting. Our officer left picture and chose. And then our honored staff members. We had a voting system chosen, and it was very cool to see him step into his and get to come back and us. So overall, I think it was a pretty successful night, and they're full swing. They're already turning to do. They're on time. Overall, our more event is our Career Expo. So since Ohio Department is now workforce in its title, so last week on Monday, all of our typically it was just career experience in the past, but this year I listed all of the career classes included in this expo. So there were students that all got it's the our plan, our colleges, what we've learned throughout the semester, part of this expo for, and I talk about tips where I've shadowed, put a major in my, and the programs they all created a little presentation just on Monday with some 8th graders. They came back to the my mom was over and talked to them and asked them questions at the Career Expo. The kids came out, they loved to see there were different programs and different things to offer, not just your core classes. Some IT program didn't at the high school were on the business classes and FBLA and how that's something they want to do in high school. So it was really nice that we were able to have our junior. On the actual expo, it was pretty packed. I'm not sure how many. We had all kinds of parents, all kinds of community members from this. So it was really successful. Years like get out of their comfort zone and it was a lot of conversation really well. School had their secret 70 staff members participated and got 112 students. But I have a second that talks about how students who may just be facing financial hardship or just navigating a difficult time anonymously get and they're all put in the conference room. Given their gift. They ate a few treats, Christmas treats, and spent time writing cards and just having a relaxed Friday. Pretty chaotic already. And it's growing bigger. Really, really cool to see. And then for my last updates, stood out all on, and then student council on December 9th, McDonald House created they decorating event. So kids got to come in the student council decorate. You can of that are snowflakes on the windows. The month of November and thousands of names and they all get sent. It was unable to as I was at work and that the kids loved it and definitely something we dates for this month.
Thank you. To board committee report, student achievement, Ms. Dalton.
Give me a second.
I like
If I can say that I was honored to society as with it meant the world to me.
Glad to have you there. Very quick decision when we sat down to decide who was going to speak. It was like your name was brought up first, and that's who we went with. So we're very grateful that you came to speak with us.
Okay, December, the final Student Achievement Report of the year. And starting off with our service learning class and $5,000 grant received for the work that they've done while they represent schools and and the city of Lebanon, along ultimate and groups, and I'm sure there are moving out, but these were dedicated a lot of own time to help thing that kind of runs through our high school, and it's very good for our community.
I get to see a couple of these students about their and several of them with your students, and it was great to see learn something you didn't know. Students have no idea that there's a homeless shelter, people living in need right now. So this class opens up for them, and they've done a really good job of great representation.
Yeah, a great example of giving back this with their peers. Okay, here's a few pictures here of flight. They made airplanes and took them outside. So it's real practical learning that they get the bookwork and they come out and actually produce something and work on to. So that's workforce readiness in action.
Partnership with the Career Center, and this is a project Lead the Way flight. And so there's a lot of engineering courses in junior high. It's really cool to be hands-on.
Caitlin did an experience day, which was last week, but I just also wanted to comment that with 50 students or presenting, they were. I just want to compliment prepared all these students for the, and I feel nervous for them, and very well they presented themselves, had a real clear direction of kind of start to college. So I think that we're set up to on this section of our rating because we were really prepared, and I did a good job. I mean, the hearing students, they have their own houses in their own subdivision, practical and real. There was help, like cybersecurity, so many, so people there.
I just wanted to point out there, like, typical for our career experience, which are junior, freshmen, and sophomores, and actually 3 of the here are sophomore students that I recognize, and they were articulate. And I actually sent some of them emails afterwards. Andrew Gruber down here in the bottom in the middle, a great kid, but inside the front door, called somebody afterwards and said, I don't know, but he was the absolute to put right inside the front. He was so passionate about the project. Told me a lot of detail. And I said, what do you? And he's like, I want to be an architect. I could see the moment he started his housing project. So just staff members, yes, and then the kids. I mean, these are 15, 16-year-old kids doing this as well. We're very eloquent and articulate.
Mrs. Dalton, I'd like to the same. Teachers, our students shook hands firmly, made great smile, very about what we were looking at. And I can't tell you how many times I said, I would hire you. I would hire you right now. So involved. It was outstanding.
Very true. Okay, The final slide is, I thought was a great, and Donovan, it's Meet the Author. So here students could listen to an author they read and how she created and what she goes in order to the storyline and in class. And I think that's kind of the school that we're trying to, I guess you want to call it experiential learning, if you want to put a term behind so engage the students, that's the main thing. One more, sorry. That was it. All right, another example. The high school students in a class, they got Claire, and that's where they worked on models, simulated of example, whether they're doing type, but in a group and then they'll event, but it'll give them a real sense of what in careers.
To point out the table that we see this when we SBA and they're trying to sell these to schools. It's an extremely expensive piece of equipment. And our high school science teachers and anatomy teachers and health, occupation folks, they really want us to buy one. But it's like more expensive than a school bus. And so we're applying. We can get on the list. It was great that they had the offer. I chuckled when I saw like this is, this is got
Plug if anyone wants to help towards this. We're under the assumption it'll take a couple of people, maybe more than a couple. It's a phenomenal tool. Kids came back very.
And that is it. So the author, Karen Ansberry, the picture of
Yeah.
Zoe comes in and with, yeah, that's her daughter. The one that's for a week. That's Karen.
I looked it up because teachers at Donovan, who is a pretty well-known author, but I didn't make it quickly as you did.
Possibly could have been a teacher one time. But, moving on, Maine, Warren County. Oh, I'm sorry. Moving on, Mr. CAT committee.
Yep, the Community Audit Advisory on December meeting to order. In attendance was Bill Haynes, Tina Flagg, Chris Johnson, Jesse, Roy McCutcheon. We discussed the policy for our district. They finally also in November. Language we have actual percentages, the thresholds of our CAP policy, which was actions to take place if we were by threshold. So because the legislature somewhat undetermined on direction for us, we're waiting for some clarification, will be in January. And because of that, we have tabled the policy. We just don't have information just to finalize the numbers. We want to talk about legislation that are going on at the state and decide upcoming topics. Finalization but well, we need to capital needs, general fund, discussing payoff. But, our next meeting will be in February. Item that mentioned on that meeting.
To Mr. Lane and Warren County Career.
Thank you. I missed most of the meeting last time because I was at that NHS. But I was missing that one, so this is a good excuse to be late. A lot of the normal center, much like our district, is faced with retirement people they're trying to replace. The big news out of the Career Center right now is their application window is open. It opened December 3rd and it closes January 31st, and we have no reason to believe we will not have far excess applicants like we do every year. I think we'll end up a couple hundred applicants and spots, so positions are lottery, and I again. Our next meeting is this Thursday.
Very good. Thank you, Mr. Lane. Agenda section 8, individually. To approve agenda section 8, item A, the month.
So moved.
Second.
Ms. Irvin, roll, please.
Mr. McCutcheon?
Yes.
Mr. Lane?
Yes.
Mrs. Dalton?
Yes.
Mr. Gliotti?
Yes.
Motion carried.
And then again on agenda section 8, I do approve agenda section 8, B, November.
So
Ms.
Mrs. Dalton?
Yes.
Yes.
Mr. Motion carried.
For a motion to agenda section 9, our financial consent items, A through F.
Second.
Ms. Irvin? Yours.
This will be. I want to keep this in mind where our forecast is. Mr. Gliotti spoke a little bit with the cap report, a lot of waiting in the state. And so in February, the new for the forecast, I'll come with a brand new forecast, change quite significantly. So just keeping this in mind where we are at, significant changes in. With our cash, we're 5 months, half of the year. The gray bar is where we're due. So I like to show this graph just as our standard pattern. Every year we have the same pattern where we get property tax revenue in the August, September frame, and that down over winter months. Come the full time frame, we get that second half of. We are currently at 100 days operating cash. This is what our cash will be working with, so that we well define those above this target, what to do, below this target, what to do. 120 days, we anticipate 105. So looking at the specific details on your revenue, 5%, 5 months in, we should be looking at 4. This to spike around the property. So you'll see, but really Expenditures gave me some pause. We are at 30 less than we have expected. Great. It is pretty large. Now, if you remember, it was even bigger. But what I thought would happen was when we that would close. So, changes in February to the forecast. I have a sneak peek. This is related at where we had a teachers retire. We rehired folks that are not at the retirement scale, and so going in under budget those original retire. I think that's what's going on, but we're seeing this trend and benefits. Unusual. But mix of who's picked retire replacements did. So look, another interesting trend that we see under target materials and supply target. Information is in your packet. It's pretty detailed out in there, but I those two will, as the years goes on and on, we have needs for supply services that are different. Target those sports or the appropriate supplies and classrooms. So again, I'll come back to you in February, but that one is still more significant than I'd hoped it would. To take, we've been doing this since, so I just really a little bit more exposure in our website. We have specific to financial responsibility. August releasing, and shout out to Wendy and Alexis Fox in my department coordinator. They've get through this. I've spent a lot giving information to our population, and not just to the community, but looking at the website. So I've gotten text emails from various seen these things, even been able to share with my professional organization at the district. So there's a lot. I highly recommend folks go out to the website. That's where all of this is stored. But we do often push on well to try to engage with our student liaison over here to see how can I get student voice in this and be able to expand that guidance she gave me. So hard to get this to community members so that they can understand on a day. A lot of folks don't really care, so for our folks.
Any questions? All right, so we will move on. Our monthly reports. 5 appropriation 2025. D is a minute of our S for December of E list of donation. Greatly appreciate the donation. You know, the athletic boosters, the historical seem to be something for the kids. Is then Educational Service Center.
Mr. McCutcheon with the donation. We're honored. Play. We have seen engagement. A lot of the programs from doing this. It's been a really amazing.
Are there any questions
the then and now?
ESC, so typically, and we have what they are, but anytime anything changes, goes on in invoice. So a you reach out, especially out this case where we had it, right amount.
Any other? Section 9F, our financial. Hearing roll, please.
Mr. Lane?
Yes.
Mrs. Dalton?
Yes.
Section 10 is request and the board receipt of to each of you in our board. Motion to approve agenda 11 consent items A, E, please.
So moved.
Second.
And I'm going to go ahead. Tonight for the business leaders and over the elect and the LHS show choir. B is Lebanon High School program receivers. Do you want on this
Yeah, so
one?
last month of the board recommendations, place the valedictorian and recognize the top extremely high level feedback we heard was brought up number of credits. So we did reduce that for students. Here as a freshman, you get 7 credits a year. All get to the 28 credits to do. Most looked at in terms of trends in the last that this would apply to, waiting with 28 credits and then 4 or 5 from the junior high. Do that. We as an administration, many different ways, weighted grade courses now, things that we'll talk about here in a second, are now as it's required to get weighted AP and we're seeing a lot of these, for a better term, games being played with that are really meaningful if they're trying to play the valid game. So we think something that still stands out on the rest. Also, maybe encourage those courses that are, not weighted, meaningful opportunity. And we've seen this since been as these weighted grades. So,
and I like 4.4 out of 5 point, a little bit more than half their class, the non.
So it's below the 4.5, like you said, a bit more than half of their classes, which a lot of them are. And I think it gives the other, in addition, and they need to take an honor or an AP course in each or so math, arts. That will be around the top 5% or so of our students in the school district. Less than that, but that's a trend is shown, and there's some distinction in it. It is something with this year's freshman class. They haven't had the opportunity to GPA or scores yet anyway. Opportunity for them to do that. So that's the recommendation of the high school administration. So I heard the feedback, bring it back this month for approval. And then the other thing with it, so I'll the next section there. Or no?
Yep, so see the first read, the school policy to make that change.
Yep, so there's nothing that we're changing significantly in C in terms of class ranks. It's still going to happen and rankings that take, because I think but it's also the policy specifically referred to valedictorian as a type that could be achieved, that nothing in the policy has changed. Those other policy were because they were whole options that we in this time. Nothing else besides basically removing the valedictorian and replacing it with graduation with honors or whatever that.
Yeah, it looked like name
Yep.
change. D is visions to our core with the Ohio Revised Code section about. Say anything else?
Just touch. So CTAC is career technical. Those are career tech classes that do dual enrollment basically. So if you pass it, the kids are also can achieve credit for that. It was that required under Ohio, an honors or a weighted course, even though it was as a college level. So the High Department of course, the guidelines schools beginning September school year. So right now, the grades will be for our honors AP program, College Credit Plus, and it applies to anything taken this year or beyond. Proactive to the beginning of high school, change anybody, if a senior in high school is the value tag only going to apply to courses taken law went into effect. So, and then will be reflected course description guide.
E, approve the Department of Education 2020 special education policies and the 2025-2020 school year.
So this is we approved model policy back in July, I believe, that we were going to follow according to our policy. It's something that's supposed to be approved during the school year, and so it is one of those like us recommending that we do it. We're supposed to have it done after work, and we've checked the box. I want to make sure it's on the board agenda.
Okay. Any other comments or concerns about section 7? Okay. Hearing none, Ms. Irvin?
Mr. Gliotti? Hutchin?
Yes?
Mrs. Dalton?
Yes.
I'm going to need agenda section 12, personnel consent items through L, please. And I'll go ahead and just read through these. A is a list of actions. B is a list pending FBI check. C1 is permits. C2 is substitute trainee bus drivers. C3 is two supplemental. E is our board resolution of non-licensed, and there's two of them. F is mental coaches, or coaches. G is H is a list of peers pending BI back. I1 absences is also a board packet. J of cooperating teacher style teachers, is that correct?
Yes.
The last one that's with Miss Rutherford, Nicole Majorosi, is she a familiar?
I'm not unaware.
No. Is a list of game work. Liza Butler. Wanted to make, and L is our student intern. School.
It is a student from the Career Center, yes.
Okay.
It's our second time mechanic from the Career Center to and opportunity to learn on the job, and our guys a good opportunity. It's been an experience, so.
Any additional comments, questions regarding 12 consent item through L? Hearing none, Ms. Please.
Mr. McCutcheon? Mrs. Dalton?
Yes.
Mr. Lane?
Yes.
Motion
I'm section 13. So, motion to move item 13, business A of the president.
Second.
So we have to appoint a president pro tem to run the meeting, our organizational meeting, January the 12th, until a president for chosen.
And I think
Generally-
historically, if the current president, then
Armand.
Yep. Okay, Ms. There then. Roll, please.
Yes.
Mr. Mr. Gliotti? Mr. McCutcheon? Motion carried.
Okay, and then I need a motion to approve 13 item votes for the purchase 72 passenger buses.
So moved.
Any questions? Additional comments be made?
the school bus business.
You guys should be manufacturing school buses at this point in time, yes.
Yeah, I noticed the price per is
Yeah.
Significantly bought them 3 years ago.
What, almost 50,000 more, right?
Less
Far less than
70.
100.
They were 100 last time. So even,
Or something.
significant.
wow.
Yep.
Comments or questions about?
I'll make a comment. I mean, yeah, this is an expensive item. We did how many years ago? Very old streets. Allow that, and I believe cost to operate, right? Another step in that direction.
Very exciting from first 20 coming each time. I think present numbers from transportation that we get to do this again it's pretty huge.
Because my memory serves me right, the savings in fuel and maintenance paid for buses almost. Right. For two of them.
At that point in time, the state did give us, yes,
Yeah.
but I think the ongoing significant, we're still for.
Yeah.
So get some, buses off the road that are pretty old at this point in time as well. Might not, because the cost is, but we got rid of our worst ones 4 years ago.
And with the maintenance cost on the old one has gone up.
Correct. And so we're bus here as well, so hopefully we'll help with purchasing parts to not have, to have similar needs, so.
And then we'll sell, is that correct?
Yeah, 20 of them, so we'll auction and things like that.
And mention that we sold, that you got more of them than what the.
We did sell the buses for when we bought prior.
Yeah.
It's because our maintenance guy.
Yeah,
I mean, new bus went up, the used bus went up. I mean, we're probably, yeah, that's. Right. Any other questions? And 13B. Please.
Mr. McCutcheon?
Yes.
Mr. Lane?
Yes.
Mr. Gliotti?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Section 14. Gotti?
None this
As I wanted to acknowledge that board member David Donovan passed away a few weeks. Good guy.
On the board that hired me, good talks, that spent some time together, so thinking and praying for his family in the last week. Sorry to hear that.
I've ever had.
Ribs, is that?
That guy could cook. Great family, so, right.
No, nothing.
Mr. Miss Berg.
No
Don't
pressure.
have here.
All right. Okay, at this time, we need to enter into executive session for the purpose of discussing personnel matters under the appointment, compensation employee. May I motion to enter into executive session, please?
No action.
Vote.
So
Can I have a motion to enter? Ms. Please.
Mr. Lane?
Yes.
Mr. Gliotti? Carried.
Okay. Enter into executive 52 p.m. Action will be taken during or after this session. Joining us this evening.